Welcome to icharityu.com. icharityu is an innovative fundraising platform with a twist. Traditional fundraising can tend to be, well, quite boring and lonely, and somewhat frustrating and annoying for potential donators. So we started to ask a few questions about traditional fundraising. Traditional fundraising events, such as running marathons, are a great way to raise money for a charity. But surely there is something else, something a little more exciting and entertaining that we can also do to raise money. What do donators get in return for their generous donation? What do fundraisers get in return for collecting and raising all of the money for a charity? When a donator hands over a donation, that is the end of their involvement, and they never see or hear of their donation again. There is no platform which allows a user to influence or bribe another user into doing something for charity. We decided to develop a platform that would solve all of these problems, which provides the user with a fun, quirky and exciting new way to raise money while providing constant interaction, control and entertainment for each donator. We've achieved this by allowing users to create real-life missions and virtual missions, with an emphasis on completing these missions to raise money for a charity and possibly themselves. Okay, so what are real-life missions? Real-life missions are created by people who are willing to carry out a real-life mission, such as a daring bet, challenge, or a personal goal, if a set minimum fund is raised by donators. So, let's take a closer look. Describe what you are willing to do. Choose the set minimum fund that must be raised prior to you carrying out your mission. Choose the time frame in which your SMF must be raised. Then choose the time frame in which you will have to carry out your mission and upload your proof video once your SMF has been raised. Then choose a charity and set the splitometer. You can choose to allocate 100% of the funds to charity, or you can change the scale and allocate up to a maximum of 50% to yourself, thus ensuring that the charity will always get at least 50% of the funds raised. Review your mission and then click Create Mission. Now that your real-life mission is created, you now need to promote your mission to attract potential donators. You can do this by sending your mission out via Facebook or Twitter. Your set minimum fund timeframe is ticking down, and donators can now make donations on your mission profile page. Once your SMF is raised, thanks to the help of your donators, you will have a set amount of time to carry out your mission and upload a proof video. If your SMF is not raised within the time frame you chose, you do not have to carry out your mission, and all current donations will be cancelled. However, you can decide to continue with the mission based on the funds that have been raised. The choice is yours. As soon as you submit your proof video, full control is passed back over to your donators, where they will decide the outcome of your mission by voting pass or fail once they've viewed your proof video. If the majority of your donators vote pass, then you and the charity will receive the funds raised. That is, if you are taking a cut. However, if the majority of your donators vote fail, then all current donations will be cancelled and both you and the charity will lose out. People often ask each other, how much would you want to do that? Or, I bet you wouldn't do that. Real-life missions are an ideal way to facilitate, manage and audit these daring bets, challenges or personal goals, while providing constant interaction, control and entertainment for each donator. And now to the virtual missions. Virtual missions are almost completely different than real-life missions. Virtual missions can be described as a gift or a present from one user, i.e. the buyer, to another user, i.e. the receiver. Virtual missions are virtual. They are created and purchased on the website, with the intent of the receiver completing the virtual mission on the website in order to earn money for a charity and themselves. They allow you to influence or bribe someone into completing an embarrassing task online, which may then be posted to a social network. In order to complete a virtual mission, All the receiver needs to do is simply drag the predefined image over onto another image before a certain time each day, and then voila, the task is done for that day. So let's take a closer look. Enter the receiver's details, choose a charity, choose an amount, and then set the splitometer. You can choose to allocate a minimum of 10% or a maximum of 30% for the receiver, thus ensuring that the charity will always get the bigger proportion of at least 70% or the maximum 90%. Decide whether you want the receiver to know that it was you who bought them their mission. Then proceed to step 2 to build the receiver's virtual task. Choose the duration of the mission. Choose whether the receiver can miss any days, and then, the most important part, choose what the receiver has to do. Review how the virtual mission looks, then click Next to purchase the virtual mission for the receiver. As soon as you purchase the virtual mission, we will notify the receiver by email. If the receiver completes the task each day for the duration of the mission, the receiver will get the small amount, i.e. the 10 to 30%, and the charity will get the bigger amount, i.e. the 70 to 90%. However, if the receiver fails to complete the virtual mission, the funds flip with a twist. The charity will now get the small amount, and the bigger amount vanishes. Virtual missions are an ideal gift for a birthday or Christmas present, or simply just an ideal way to embarrass a friend or family member by getting them to do something virtually, which may end up being posted socially, which then looks like reality. So, let's recap. Virtual missions are, yes, entirely virtual. They are bought by one person for another and are completed on the website. Whereas real-life missions are, yes, real-life missions, which are created by people who are willing to carry out a daring bet, challenge, or a personal goal if a set minimum fund is raised by donators. icharityu.com. Donation Innovation.